The Women in Pension report continues a trend we've seen in previous years. This year, what we're seeing between the difference between men and women continues to be quite stark. A third of women don't have any pension provision, and that compares to around about 27% of their male counterparts. There's quite a big difference. We're also seeing that the amounts that they're putting to one side for retirement planning aren't as high either. What we've done this year is try and drill down a little bit more so that we understand what the pressures are on women at different stages of their career, because those that are facing people who are entering the workplace for the first time at the age of 21 are really quite different from people in their 40s and 50s.
I graduated from a Masters 2 years ago. I'm currently in full-time work. My main priority is being able to live independently. I've just moved up to London, so really need to sort out how I'm going to pay rent, my bills, travel into work, whilst also maintaining a social life. I'd say there's definitely not enough advice out there for pensions for younger people. It seems so far off that people aren't thinking about it, and perhaps it is something that needs to be advised more.
We see from this report that women do face a fairly unique set of circumstances. There are different things that impact them all the way through their lifetime in terms of their retirement planning. 50% of women in their 30s are working part-time, and it's also the age at which, secondly, we see a divergence between male and female colleagues in terms of their salary levels. Both those two factors combined mean that they're having less disposable income to put aside for their long-term financial planning. They're much more likely to prioritise household expenses and supporting their children over their own long-term financial planning needs.
When you have a child, your priorities completely change. If anything, you save more before you have a child because you're saving for the future of having a child, and then the next step, I guess, is bringing them up and then retirement. We do need to save for retirement. We need to save for Molly and a bright future for her.
That's really good.
As you move through the spectrum and perhaps as people kind of come into their 50s and getting towards retirement, we are seeing some very definite trends there. Interestingly, as people get older, their view about when they should have started saving for retirement is changing quite radically, and actually those are the people that are kind of looking back with the value of hindsight and wishing that they'd started saving an awful lot earlier.
Well, I've always been very cautious with money, and as I've got older I've realised that I have had to put some money aside for when I retire, and I'm always nagging at my children saying you must have a pension because you can live for a very long time these days. You may not be able to work and earn money, and you will need to have a pension.
Automatic enrolment has been one good step in the direction of helping people generally, but there are certain circumstances that are unique to women, and it's important for government and for the industry as well as employers to really recognise that and help to provide the tools and guidance that are going to help women plan adequately for their future.